fans. This is the first time this is Delilah Doom's first time competing in the state of Florida. And look how the joy transcends to the fans.
You can't help it. You can't help it. You just have to, she's in the ring, you just have to smile because she's just happy and she's peppy and she's talking to the crowd. And I mean, the only time I've ever seen her not happy is, when she, was injured, and that was a little bit of tears there. So I'm so glad that she didn't have to have surgery or anything on her ankle, so she was able to heal up and come back. It's, a lot quicker than we thought she was going to be able to. I'm very, very happy for her.
We heard from Dynamite DiDi a little bit earlier today. DiDi has a lot going on and has in Rise. We saw her in a preliminary match at Rise 3. We saw a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed version of DiDi, one might say. We almost saw a loss here from DiDi. Rise 5, talk about an opportunity tag teaming with Rachel Ellering and Hiroyo Matsumoto against Blue Nation and the legendary Aja Kong. And what a crazy situation at DiDi's stage in her career to be opposite of Aja Kong and teaming with Hiroyo.
I remember talking to her that day, and she was just amazed at the opportunity. But we're seeing a little bit of a different side of her now, though. She's gotten a lot more aggressive, maybe not quite as happy.
Not quite as happy is exactly what we saw at Rise 6, where DiDi joined the faction of Bull Nakano. And look at that arm drag.
Nice.
Up and over. This is the lucha training, regularly a routine for Delilah Doom. And there the head scissors takes DiDi over. And for as much as she was mentored by the great Bull Nakano, I don't think Bull prepared her for Delilah Doom.
I don't think so either. I don't know that you can compare. You could prepare for Delilah Doom, though.
Delilah up top, spraying crossbody again with the luchiness.
Took out her face.
I'm not sure if luchiness is a word. It is now. I own it.
Okay, I like it. Luchiness. Okay, I'm going to use that. Can I use that? Do I have permission?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Delilah practically begging DiDi to fire back, and DiDi calling for a broken nose, but Delilah, we've seen this before too. She's got her cinched up. Yes. I think it's time to go for a jump, a walk, and a run. But first, your favorite, Lexi, chops.
Yes.
And she's got it. Oh, a little bit of spring. Oh, DiDi with a bit of a veteran move there, pulled her off balance.
I was going to say, I think she scouted that move. I think she knew it was coming.
Well, you know what? I'm very familiar with Delilah Doom. I'm not even a competitor. That's what I suspected. If DiDi's been watching her content on RiseAscent.com or our apps on Android and iOS, she's seen Delilah Doom, and she knew that was coming too.
Yeah, and Delilah might have been a little slower coming off the ankle injury, so she didn't go up as fast as she normally would, so DiDi had time to go, oh no, I'm just going to pull you down now.
Lexi, I've been talking a lot about backstory and a lot about history. Let's talk about business right here in the ring. Dynamite DiDi back in Rise with a vengeance and just a vicious streak. And I don't want to say unlike anything we've seen from Dynamite DiDi, but I feel like the volume on the Dynamite, well, quite frankly, I feel like Dynamite's going boom, and possibly here with a 3.
Nope, she kicked out. Not quite enough. Yeah, that's what I meant. I think DiDi's, we're seeing a little bit of a different side of DiDi. She's gotten a lot more aggressive, a lot more vicious. And I know if somebody was chopping me in the stomach like that, I'd get a little angry also. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit of a Latina anger issue. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
No matter what the motivation, no matter what the goal, she ended up driving all the food and all the air. I think I misspoke.
Air,
that was Freudian, I think, because you get stomped in the stomach, some ugly things can happen.
We hope not in our ring at least.
And by no means are we trying to make light of what is going on here in the ring. And you don't have to be a wrestler to know that a full human being's body weight coming down on your stomach, that's unpleasant.
Oh, right in the face again. DiDi's taking a beating in the face.
And looks like Doomer has a rear chin lock on here. And apparently school is out here on Rise episode 15. And I thought that was symbolic. I thought that was the bell, meaning school might have been out for Delilah Doom.
Not yet. Maybe that was just the recess bell.
Delilah trying to reach the ropes, trying to reach for anything to pull herself back to her feet because she knows many ways to win a match, and very few of those involve starting on your back on the mat. Delilah Doom is now in the corner, prone. What's Dede scouting for here,
Not
Lex?
where I would want to be.
Running knee strike, and that knee brace on the left knee of Dynamite DiDi. That, it's an assisted device. It is legal, but we've seen many times in wrestling, and this is one of those where that assisted device can basically become a legal weapon.
Yes.
Slams her down to the canvas, and only a count of 2 for Dynamite DiDi. Delilah Doom may be the former Phoenix of Rise champion, but Dynamite DiDi showing maybe she's trying to get herself in contention for that championship. Maybe that's the elevation. Maybe that's the explosive new just offense and attitude we're going to see from Dynamite DiDi.
I agree with you. I think she's got a lot of fire, and I don't mean that because her name is Dynamite. I just mean she's got a lot of fire, and she's got a lot of energy right now, and she's using it to her full advantage. But, Delilah Doom is Delilah Doom. She's got the crowd behind her. She's got a lot of heart. I don't know if you can, count her out at this point.
And at this point, Delilah didn't just have to prepare for Dynamite DiDi. She has other matches even before Rise 10, but we know at Rise 10, Delilah Doom and Shotzi Blackheart, collectively known as Balls of Doom, will be challenging Paradise Lost, Dust, and Raven's Ash, of course, with Rosemary as always, for the Guardians of Rise Tag Team Championship. But she can't be thinking about the tag titles right now. She's got to be thinking how she is going to counter that face-first plan from Dynamite DiDi, and a count of 2 is all we can get.
And she's going to do it by kicking out.
Rosemary, always a thorn in the side of Delilah Doom, and essentially the guiding light or shadow, depending on your perspective, behind the attack on Balls of Doom by Paradise Lost at the end of Rise 8 that effectively took out both former Phoenix of Rise champions, took them out of Rise for months, took them out of Japan, took them out of title picture, and took them out with a 619. Well, what area code are we in right now? 619, dial it up, and she didn't drop a dime. She dropped her on her jaw, variant of a stunner. Both women down. Who's going to get to their feet first?
If I were these girls, I would take as long as I needed. Take your time, catch your breath, regroup.
Somebody's got to regroup. Dynamite DiDi, the first to her feet. Delilah Doom. Maybe this is a little bit of ring rust showing itself here because, I was going to say that's used to what we're seeing or what we are used to seeing. Delilah firing back, flurry of offense. Ode to one of her favorite performers of all time, Alundra Blaze, who we know and love here, of course, at Rise. And Delilah Doom giving DiDi something she doesn't love. Forearm, shoulder.
Everything. Knees. Oh, there's her aerobics. She definitely has great aerobic ability.
Doom knees to the face of Dynamite DiDi, a signature move. But Doomer's not going to beat her in the corner. Drags her out to the middle of the ring, hook in the leg, 1, 2, and a victory. No, almost a victory in the return of Delilah Doom here on Rise of Ascent episode 15, a main event. Delilah's got so many things on her mind. Teaming with Shotzi, getting back in the title picture with Tessa Blanchard and Mercedes Martinez over the Phoenix of Rise. But first, she has to get through Dynamite DiDi. She has to come up with something. She's got to go into her bag of tricks for one of those finishing maneuvers. But she can't do it if she can't see.
A rake of the eyes will always help out. Part of her thing. Okay.
And the referee, that's exactly what we were talking about. It seems like he should be able to say something about it, but that's a certified assistive device. It's legal to be in the ring. You may not agree with the moral choices DiDi's going to make with that certified device.
I don't know. Every time I've been in the ring with somebody who has had some kind of a leg brace or any kind of a brace on, I seem to come out worse for wear. There's always extra bruising, and I think most of it's on purpose.
I can't believe when you're mentored by somebody like Bull Nakano. Bull didn't always play by the rules.
You think?
Right now, I think DiDi looking for that TKO. She's finished off many opponents of late with that TKO and other promotions outside of Rise. Goes for it. DiDi comes in, and Dede found that turnbuckle. I believe she also found the post.
Yes, she
and
did.
Delilah Doom, well, Lexi, the balance of Delilah Doom, super duper code red, and a victory for Delilah Doom.
Queen of Aerobics Style, Delilah Doom.
Holy cow, does it feel so good to be back in the Rise for you guys?
We love you, Delilah.
I love you. You see, last time I was in Rise Ring, Shotzi and I were going to war for the Phoenix Rise Championship. And that night, I still walked out champion, but I also walked out with a broken ankle at the hands of Paradise Lost. See, Paradise Lost, not only did you take me out for 2 months, you took away my opportunity to go to Japan. You took that away from me. So on October 19th at Rise 10, Shotzi and I have a chance to go battle Paradise Lost for those beautiful tag team championship belts. And while yes, it would feel great to have one of those titles around my waist, that's not the only thing I'm going for. I'm going to Rise 10 to look for some vengeance.
Very familiar music, Lexi. The other half of Balls of Doom, that can only mean one person, and that is going to mean the Ballsy Badass maybe has something to say here.
I would say so.
Delilah Doom, I hope you're hungry, because all I want to do is mash some potatoes. And when I say mash some potatoes, I mean beat the crap out of Paradise Lost. You prove to me that you truly are a badass. And they may have a demon on their side, but we got big balls. So are you ready to tango with this mango? Are you ready to take care of business and get ballsy with me? Shut up, you stupid little mongrel.
Nobody cares about your bark when you don't have a bite to back it up.
Rosemary! 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 Rosemary!
So, the two of you want to challenge Paradise Lost at Rise 10 for the Guardians of Rise Championships, do you?
We are a family, you silly little girls.
You two can't even decide whether you're friends from day to day. Weren't you beating each other up the last we saw? Oh, that was the day we both broke your ankles. They must have bonded in the hospital room. You're welcome. Listen, children, we've got another favor to do for one of you. Delilah, the offer we extended you at Rise 2 still stands. We want you part of this family, sweetheart. One that will accept you. One that will take care of you. One that won't be off and on like a little green toad over here. So make the right choice. But whether you do or not, keep in mind, when it comes to Paradise Lost, it's want, take,